In this video, we're going to go over the view modes in the Headrush Pedalboard. Alright, so it's really cool that we have this nice big screen right here that we can see all the different effects blocks and amps and cabs and whatnot. But as far as the switches down here goes, there's a few different views that we can use to see different scenes or combinations of scenes or combinations of rigs or set lists. So how to get to that view is you actually press and hold the bottom left button right here. And you see that we come up with all these different options. Okay, so we have stomp, rig, hybrid, and set list. So in stomp mode, what you see is what you get. So you basically have all your blocks. We can still select different scenes. That's going to give you different combinations of pedals. And then if we go to rig, we're only going to see the rigs that we have in a certain set list, or even if you go to say like all rigs. So like here's all the rigs that we can have. We can use the bank up and down buttons to scroll through those. And there's a bunch. There's a bunch of them. All right, so next is we can have a hybrid view, which now we're going to have the rigs going across the top row of switches, and we're going to have any scenes or just individual effects that we want on the bottom to go along the bottom switches here. So I can press MS30 and it'll show me some additional effects blocks along the bottom. There's 80s Drive, which has some scenes in there. There's a Blackface, which also has scenes, and a Brick Kit, which also has scenes along the bottom. Now, if you want to change any of those, you can just hit the three dots up on the top right-hand corner and press Hardware Assign. You can see that we have some scenes down here. Then we have some effects blocks up here. But let's say, just for fun, that if I want to move the volume down here, I could do that. Or the EQ or the graphic. And you can see that they change on the bottom row. But we're going to go ahead and leave the scenes on the bottom. Okay. And then the last view is set list view. Okay. And this is actually going to show you, let me get to set list. So basically these are all the set lists that you can have right here. And you can create your own, which we'll go over in a separate video. But for right now, let's go ahead and do the chop tone set list. And I'll discard the changes from that last rig that I had. So here's my set list. I can choose chop tones, and it'll go into that. Well, if I want to go back, I hit set list again. I can choose a different set list. Like here is killer rigs that I created last week, especially a bunch of Fender style rigs. There's also some Bogner stuff in here. So here's like a B lead. Okay, and here's the crunch. And then here's the clean. Alright. Now let's say I like this little row of rigs here, but I want to do like a hybrid view. So I can go into there, and now you see that I can have my Bogner lead tone. I can add in a tube screamer. So here's without. Let's turn off the delay. Then here's the tube screamer. Okay, I can add in the white boost. Okay, or I can do the dynamic delay. can add in a reverb. So all right. Seems like everything's a little loud here. It's fine. All right. So that is basically an explanation of the view mode and how you can use it to access different types of rigs. So you can have your rigs across the top, and then have just a select few foot switches along the bottom here, so you can access different parts of that rig. But let's say this was a song and you wanted this one to be the verse. Well, you could hit that. That'll be your main verse patch. You can also add in some stuff if you needed to. This could be your chorus. You could add in stuff. This could be a bridge. This could be a turnaround or something. Whatever you want it to be. So, in another video, we'll go over some more hardware assigned stuff so you can see how to create those. But for now, I am Dr. McFarland, and we'll see you in the next video. Keep rocking.